Hello world, welcome to Python training, and in this video I am going to cover string slicing. So basically string slicing is about obtaining a substring. So we do string slicing to obtain a substring out of that particular string, and the slicing can be done within some index range. And how do we do string slicing in Python? So string slicing can be done using array slicing method. So this particular thing which you are seeing here, this is array slicing method, and for doing the string slicing minimum 1 : is required. Colon is basically this particular symbol, right? And maximum only 2 : can be present. Now let's see how we do string slicing by taking various situations and scenarios. So I've already told you that this particular thing is array slicing method, and the syntax of string slicing is the name of the string, then the opening of square bracket, then x : y : z. What is x? So x is the starting index which is included in the final string or substring. Y is the ending index which is excluded from the final substring, and z is the slice step. Let's take an example of the string hello. So I have already told you in my previous video, these particular indexes starting from 0, 1, 2, 3 till 4 are the positive index, and -1, -2, -3, -4, -5 are the negative index. Now there can be various situation where there can be different x, y and z value. Let's take the example one by one. So first we will consider this example where slice step is either positive or is not mentioned at all. So when it is not mentioned at all, then it is default to 1. Okay, let me open the editor, and I have taken one string str equal to hello, and as I told you in the starting of the video that for slicing minimum 1 : is required, otherwise it is extracting the character at a particular string, right? So if you can see here, there is no colon, and when I'm doing str at 1, so it will basically fetch e, which is the character at index 1. So when I'll run it, it will print e. Now let's take very basic example. Let me take 0, then colon, and let me take 3 and 1. So what is 0? So 0 is the starting index which will be included, 3 is the ending index which will be excluded, and 1 is the step size. So as I said, 0 will be included but 3 will not be included. So every character starting from index 0 till 1 index less than 3 will be included, and step size will be 1. That means after 0 the next index will be 1, after 1 the next index will be 2. So the output will be HEL when I'll run this program. Output is HEL. I have also told that slice step, which is Z, if it is not mentioned, then the default value is 1. If I'll remove this, then the output will still be same. This basically will be equal to str 0 : 3 : 1. Because default value of z will be 1. So we'll run the program, the output will be same as before, HEL. What happens if I'll give the step size as 2? So when I'll give the step size as 2, the starting index is 0 and ending index is 3, which will not be considered. It will consider character at 0. Then step size is 2, so the next index that will be considered will be 0 plus 2, that is L. So the output will be HL. So if I'll run this program, the output should be HL. Now there are some tricky situation where just the colon is mentioned and the numbers are missing, right? So in that case, people get confused and they basically find it difficult to decode that particular thing. So let me elaborate on that point also. So as I told you, for slicing minimum 1 : is required. These can be some of the scenarios with 1 : and with 2 : also, these are some of the situations. Now how to basically decode correct numbers or how to find the correct numbers, I'll tell you the little trick. So what you need to do is that you just have to draw blank spaces toward left and right of the colon and start considering from left as x, y, z, and if the number is not mentioned, then you take the default number and then slice the string. Let's take this example. Only 1 : is there. Let me just write down the colon here. So towards left hand side of the colon, draw one blank space, then start naming x, y, z from left hand side towards right hand side. So that is x and this is y. So no number is mentioned. So what is the default value of start index? That is 0. Fill 0. What is the default value of end index? It is string's length. What is the string length? It is 5. Step size is not mentioned, so it is by default taken as 1. So I'll draw one more colon and writing down the step size as 1. So str : will basically be equated as 051. So what is 051? So it will basically print the whole string. I'm running the program, it is printing the whole string. Hello. Let's take this example. So what's the trick I told you? So draw the blank spaces towards left hand side and right hand side of the colon. From left hand side, start filling the value of x, y and z. What is the default value of x? It is 0. Y is already mentioned, which is 4. And then step size will be 1. Default value will be 1. This will basically be same as str 0 colon 4 colon 1. So what will be the output? It will be h e l l. Till index 3 it will print. So when I'll run the program, it is printing HELL. Similarly, you can decode other expressions also. Let's say if you want to decode this, you have to draw blank spaces towards left hand side and right hand side. 2 is already there. And start naming x, y, z from left hand side to right hand side. So this is x, this is y, and this is z. Default value of x is 0. Default value of y is length of the string, which is 5. Z is mentioned as 2. So it will print h, step size is 2, so L, and then O. So output should be HLO. The output is HLO. So this is a normal situation, right? Let me take this normal situation 041. It is printing HELL. What happens if the value of x is greater than y? If I'll take 5, 4, what will happen? So I have already mentioned in my slide that in these two cases x should be less than y, otherwise no output will be printed if I'll run the program. So if I'm running the program, nothing is printed. So in these two cases where the slice step is positive or not mentioned, x should be less than y. Now let's take the example where the step size is 0, the last one. We'll come to the negative slice step later on. So in this case where it is 0, it will basically print value error. Slice step cannot be 0. Now taking the example where slice step is negative, so in that case the starting index, default value of starting index becomes -1 and the end index becomes string length +1, and then whatever number will come you have to negate it. Let's take this example. So how do we basically decode it? Draw blank spaces toward left and right side of colon. So here step size is negative, right? So z is negative. Default value of x becomes -1 and default value of y will be, first of all find the string length, it is 5, add one number to it, it becomes 6, and then apply negative sign, so it will be -6. So from -1 till -6, and it will go this side, so the output will be OLLEH. If I run this program, the output is OLLEH. So basically this is the trick to reverse the string. So if someone asks you to reverse the string, so you can use this expression, it will basically reverse the string. Now there are lot of examples and lot of combinations that you can try. Let me just scroll down my screen. So these are some of the examples where slice step is positive or not mentioned and x should be less than y. And then there are some of the examples where the slice step or step size is negative. So you can try out all these examples which you can see on my screen, and let me know in comment section if you face any difficulty or if you have any confusion around these examples. So just practice a lot on these string slicing and you will become comfortable after some time.